calling your article. This is big breaking news, so we want to get this up. It's important. So Alaska is emergency closed all of the Chinook salmon season. On the Cook Inlet, the big one, emergency closed. All the major rivers, emergency closed. These numbers, these early Chinook numbers are so horrifically low. You know, they're just tracking the Columbia, the Fraser, you know, the Rogue. It's a nightmare. You know, this is the biggest story in the world. And by the way, it's tied to the protests in D.C. Coronavirus is the Fukushima disaster. This is the smoking gun. I mean, Alaska's emergency closed. These numbers are so, I'll post the article. You know, Channel 2, Channel 11 is reporting this. Emergency closed. I mean, close emergency from now, clear till July 15th. And then they'll reevaluate, but I'm telling you, it's over. This is a catastrophe. So we're waiting for a call to come in from the peace vigil in D.C. First time in ever. I mean, Trump's declared war on peace. Remember, he flew the flags at half-mast? Because peace is dead. So this is a big story. Let's stop this at 3:11. The spring run ended on the Columbia at 55, 56,000, the lowest in history, just as low as last year. But remember, last year there was some gill netting that went on early. This is with no gill netting and no fishing.
Let's do something.
What are you going to do?
So,
you going fishing to Alaska?
At the beginning of the video, you guys might not have seen this.
So,
is this an actual tree or is it a branch off a tree?
Oh. So, listen up. So,
leave it in the comments.
Okay, so listen, my army, this is important. This is to my army. This is real important. I don't have enough money, you know, so anyway, I've got to make my trip because we're going to get a low moon cycle here coming up in June. So I've got to rent a car, and I got to get up and down the car. I've got to borrow. I mean, I can't raise enough money. Thank you, everybody who has supported this money, but...
Wait till the end. Watch till the end to see if it's a tree or not.
Yeah, and I'll take Kim tide pool jumping with me, but I've got to borrow $3,500 from somebody. If somebody can loan it to me, you know, and I'll have to pay it back somehow. I'll be able to pay it back. But so we got to rent a car. We need places to stay, and so, you know, my phone number's right there. You know, my tide pool work is so important and so paramount. I'll probably start. I don't know if I'll go down start at San Diego County, move up, or start in California, move down, but I definitely need to get to Monterey, definitely need to get to San Diego, because they're good tide pools, you know, and move along, and I know where to go, and I know where to stay, and, you know, so, like I said, I got to come up with $3,500, get my house payment paid, get my bills paid, rent a car, have enough for gas, have enough to stay in cheap hotels along the way, but, you know, it's got to be done. It's important work. It's really historic, important work, and thank you. Thank you, really. I can't say enough for everybody who has supported this historic work. It's been hardcore, but we don't stop now. We don't stop now. So, it's a big story. I'm telling you, these numbers are so incredibly low. First came the Chinook salmon and tide pools. Them are the breath of the ecology, and we're part of it. You know, what do you think coronavirus is? And Fukushima. This is all historic post-Fukushima stuff. What a world we live in, right?
The ecology, stupid.
There you go. Stand.